I believe the Water and Landscape project is about starting a conversation with your community.
It's a project that I guess is near to my heart, being a water scientist, but also looking for creative, cultural, artistic ways of communicating the hard science. And so Water and Landscape present that unique opportunity to try to engage the community in innovative ways, to get them to really, I guess, up their stewardship and ownership of their local waterways.
We took a few community members who lives around within the catchment areas. We invited them to come along and share their ideas and get information out of them how their catchments performed.
I think it was over 150 years of experience living within the catchment.
So we just took residents from both Blacktown and Holroyd Council, got them together, discussed what they would like to see happen with the creek.
Well, we talked about Greystanes Creek, and that was the one that really interested me because I live very close in the area.
The majority of the community was unengaged, uneducated.
Before the actual forum, what I thought the creek was, or Magravie Creek, was just a little muddy creek behind our house. I did not actually know that it was a catchment area.
So we got people from across the LGA, from all different catchments, talking about their local creeks and how they'd like to see them developed, kept clean, and just their vision for water in the area.
Since I attended the workshop, I've been looking around and looking at things where we can improve on the surroundings.
It was very good, but to know that there's still the form of the creek there, which rather hasn't been piped or other means of destroying the creek, because I love creeks.
This project's really given the opportunity for Blacktown Council to explore the opportunity of starting relationships and conversations with the community about water management within the local catchment areas.
Holroyd City Council sees Water in the Landscape as being the beginning of a long-term process of community engagement.
What stood out for me during the brainstorming was the engagement by the community.
I was not completely aware before things like this of what the council was concerned about.
We basically asked them a couple of simple questions about what they want to see within the catchment and some of the projects that they want to see happen, and yeah, we got some great feedback.
Saw a new level of community engagement.
Coming to the forum is really valuable to me because I've learned a lot.
We act on behalf of the community. We work towards their direction, so without their direction there's no point in having a council really.
The council represents the community's thoughts and opinions and their best intentions. So I think it was a good idea that the council did hold these sorts of forums, and I think it was good for them to get the ball rolling.
The communities who we're responsible for and who we're reporting to, so involving them in the process is enabling and giving them power to have an influence over council in a way that's enacted under legislation.
We would like to just see this continue.
To have a face-to-face conversation about what they want to see within the area in relation to catchment management is a fantastic way of getting their perspective.
The fact that this program was able to tap into the residents that are probably not there on the front lines, but when you actually hear from them, they're just equally concerned. It was, I guess, a bit of a surprise because I probably weren't as educated in some of the issues, but once they were very keen to find out what they could do to try to address some of those issues.
The Water in the Landscape forums basically set up a bit of a platform for us. So we're going to put the community information with the technical information and try and make a catchment management plan. And basically, once the catchment management plan is developed, in a draft form, we'll take it back to the community and ask if there's anything else that needs to be added.
This process can be applied across any activity council does and should be. I think it's a great idea to get a good understanding of what the community wants council to provide, because we may be spending lots of time and money on doing things that the community doesn't want.
I think the forum process is very valuable to the residents of the council, and it gives us some assurance that the council is listening to us.
I don't think that this process is actually limited just to catchment management or water management or environmental management.
For me, one of the take-home message of being involved in this program, the Water in the Landscape, but particularly the community forum, is that getting those voices about people's commitment and absolute connection to waterways out there. Water is the lifeblood of a catchment, and it really lets you know what is going on everywhere in the catchment.
I'm from the Philippines. I've seen how damage is done to the river or the creek if it's not taken care of.
If I was to say something to the council in relation to this issue, I'd say continue with it. It was a good experience. There were a lot of things, I think, important things that can be gained.
I congratulate the council for starting with the forum and me being involved in it and me getting to know a lot more about the council. It's not just the rates that I pay, but the council is actually doing something for the community.
And with many thanks to Hollywood Council and to Blacktown Council for their support in what they're doing as well. And just lovely to see them. To me, it was sort of a surprise that that the councils actually got together and agreed on a lot of things together. That was made me feel real good.